All right, now I can see something, and I found my glasses. So, um, is this real? Yes. And that will be in two parts. But you can make a specific search on YouTube and you can see the old testimonials from a system that existed 10 years ago that really was the first very big, very successful system of peer to peer financial aid community. It was a guy called Sergey Mavrodi, Sergey P. and I can't say that, but Sergey P. Mavrodi, and he created MMM in 1989, before the internet, and so it was rubles. He was in Russia, in Moscow, and he had a centralized headquarters. There's a movie about. So the movie is based on real events, but things that are real is not part of the movie, and part of the movie is very for the sake of a movie and was not real, but the movie is based on real events. And in the headquarters, they were really walking in money up to their knees. They really had probably just about every room full of money, and they couldn't count the money. And Sergei Mavrodi paid tax, but he would count square meters, and there was like a number when counting a square meter, that be a number that will never go under a certain number when you count a square meter. So he would pay tax in square meters and no cubic meters. He would count cubic meters. It's called cubic meters, and he would pay tax in cubic meters, and and say, "I know it's too much. You can count. You can count it yourselves." Um, so MMM was a very successful um, peer-to-peer financial aid system. Um, so it started in 1989. It grew big in 1990 and the years up to 1994. Um, it got very, very big, like 30% of Russian GDP was involved. Um, the this was not part of the movie. The military came to the headquarters in 1994, and they took all the money in the headquarters. So they filled 17 big trucks with money, and this disappeared. Um, Sergei Mavrodi went to jail a couple of times, and at some point when he came out and we were in the period of 2008, 2009, at some point MMM got decentralized, and so without headquarters and in digital cryptocurrency on the blockchain, we used Bitcoin. I can still log into that account, but when MMM failed, finally was not supposed to fail, but it failed in 2016. We don't even know much about it. My strategy, I had been a member for 5 months, 6 months, probably more like 5 months, and I started with $40 or $80 right there and then when I heard about it. It's like, that's amazing. I'm in right now. And over a week or two, I would find I had some stuff I could sell. I would live very cheap. I was even on social welfare at the time. And I was living in Sweden, the country next to Denmark. I'm Danish. I'm from Denmark. I'm born in Greenland, but so I was living in Malmö in Sweden, and right across the bridge, I could go to Copenhagen in 20, 30 minutes by train. Anyway, 2 to 3 weeks after starting, I had accumulated through selling something and living cheap. I started with $710 invested, and this grew to $13,300 over about 5 months. There was some guider, upline, earnings, commissions. I became a guider. I became part of the system as we that were guiders. We took a little education over a weekend or 2 weekends, and we would have to pass individual examination and group examination. And I became guider batch 23 of 2015. And then we start out as a 10 guider, the minimum starting level of a guider, and then MMM, it was called MMM Global, failed shortly thereafter, and I had 13,300 was swallowed into the system. We doubled in 30 days the amount that we invested would double in 30 days. And we could do different types of strategies, but my strategy was to back up $10,000 in Bitcoin every month, so that this was more than 10,000, but let's say 10,000 something. 13,000 would double to 26,000. I would then be able to back up 10,000 in Bitcoin. Let's go back to 20,000. 10,000 double to 20,000. Take 10,000 back up in Bitcoin, store it away. 10,000 left, that would double to 20,000. Cut it in half, store 10,000 in Bitcoin, store it away. 10,000 left, double to 20, and so on and so forth. That was the plan, and it failed right there before I was able to I was so close to have had the first backing up of 10,000 in Bitcoin. I just did not quite make it. That was a very heavy loss. I could have used the strategy, but I didn't. That was my only strategy. But it was a tremendous experience it felt so good to grow so fast and start with something, and then it would double and it would double and it would double. Of course, again, we could use a strategy for, like, put half in the pocket and reinvest the other half, and we could use all kinds of strategies, like according to your own imagination. And we absolutely got the proceeds, the payout was real, and we had it in our control after 30 days, and it would then be our responsibility to do whatever we wanted with it, and I was in the 100% reinvestment all the time. When we requested it was called Provide Help, and then we provided help, and then we had the right to ask for double what we provided 30 days later, and this was called Get Help. When we made a Get Help request, if we made a video testimonial saying thank you for the Get Help, then we would receive 5% more. So that was incentive for us to make testimonial videos. And it's these testimonial videos that I want to show you. And you can search. It's a very easy search in YouTube, and you can make a more specific search when you put something in quotes, begin quotes, MMM in capital, don't know if that matters, capital letters, MMM, space, pays, and I don't know, I used to do sometimes small p, sometimes capital P, pays, P-A-Y-S, pays. So MMM space pays, end quote, plus begin quote, USD, and I used to put it in capital, USD for US dollar, USD, end quote. So MMM pays plus USD in quotes. MMM pays in quotes plus USD in quotes. And then you hit the search, and you get a very specific search, because the quotes means only this which is inside the quotes plus only what is inside the quotes. This search result is very specific and very precise. And then you get endless search results of the old MMM members that are saying thank you for the GH, the requested GH, Get Help. It was called, we called it PH and GH, and we called, we would kind of be left to our imagination what we would call it. Financial aid, peer-to-peer financial aid, mutual aid system, peer-to-peer financial mutual aid system, or something like that. And the point is not to, you can watch, we were told to say, how much did you receive? When did you receive it? Say thank you to Sergey Mavrodi for creating this system. And we were told to say a very short message, very specific details in that message. So all these messages are pretty much the same. And there's no reason to really watch. The point is to scroll through and see the headlines and see the faces. Thank you for X amount of dollars. Thank you for X amount of dollars. And it just never ends. And there's all these faces that are MMM members in 2015, MMM Global members in 2015, 2016. I had the numbers. I don't have it anymore. I've changed my Gmail account, and I don't have access to the same YouTube channel and the same Gmail account. Otherwise, I would have notes, and I would have a lot of details in folders, and I would love to have access to that, and it's gone. But I know we received numbers, statistics, and the MMM Global members were transacting for billions of dollars between one another. Billions, not millions, billions. Maybe not. It's like something comes to mind right now. 141 billion. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right about that, but it popped in there, and absolutely, it could have been. It was not close to trillions. I also know that it was not 800 or 900 billion. It was not, but it was a lot. And it was such a good feeling to make these transactions, to send bigger and bigger and bigger amounts. And it just felt so great. And then when you were in the receiving end of, obviously that felt even better. It's like, yay! And fantastic experience to send it and to receive it. And the confidence we gained with crypto and crypto transactions has just been tremendously valuable ever since. And when I think about all the people not in crypto today that are about to go into cryptocurrency, this is such a system, a similar system or different kinds of systems is the absolutely best way to learn about handling cryptocurrency and becoming more and more comfortable with it, with increasingly larger and larger transactions, so that you can make big transactions to the tune of $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, and be comfortable. And it's like, yeah, it's just something. It's just I'm just doing it, and I'm comfortable with it. Instead of, at some point we're all forced into cryptocurrency, and there'll be nothing else, because the fiat system will not exist at some point, and we will have to transact in cryptocurrency. There will just be no other option. And imagine that you have to then do very big transactions because you're forced to it. I would puke, I would throw up, I would become sick, that would feel horrible. I'm so glad, I'm so pleased with having learned cryptocurrency in this way. So these systems is the absolute best way to learn cryptocurrency in a fun and meaningful and um, fun and meaningful and yeah, fun and meaningful. I'm trying. I think I used to use another word, which is escaping me right now. But to learn relevant, to learn uh, cryptocurrency in a relevant and fun and meaningful way, um, and and profitable is there's no better way, uh, absolutely for sure. And why? Why do we need this? We need to take care of ourselves. We need to help ourselves. We have been beaten down as human beings to, we have been minimized to such a degree that we don't even know. We're endless beings. We, we are the soul. We are endless souls, we are endless beings, we are eternal beings, and we need to fix ourselves, to fix our health, to fix our capacity for being the best we can be. And we need to restore our dreams and begin to achieve our dreams and realize our dreams, dreams of health, dreams of recovery, dreams of the best treatment and the best um, we can do for ourselves, for our health. That there are so many health products that are like the list is long. It's so interesting what we can do and how we can take care of ourselves. And some of these things are very, very expensive. There's the mental health. There's the um, self mastery of skill set learning and courses and certificates and um, self mastery in many ways can also be very, very expensive. And just to be able to enter that field and kind of not be limited because of lack of funds. We all need that. Um, then there's the, let's say, kind of egoistical dreams of stuff, of gadgets, of I don't know, house, car, land, apartment, lots of stuff, computer, phone, um, material, lots of material stuff and high quality stuff like a good bed to sleep in for the, the best recovery at night. Um, Clothes for that we wear on our body that is less synthetic and more natural for these compounds not leaking into our body. And when we begin to really look at why we would need a lot of wealth, it's like there's so many reasons. So other than this is a good place to start. I have this idea of a platform, of a website that I will develop, and I have a very specific dream of mine in mind that I would really like to achieve. The website, the development of the website, the newsletter, the communities, the podcast, the community groups. And there are several systems that are functioning for a long time and that are in place. The problem was always the lower level that starts with $5, $10, $20 or so, very achievable for anyone, that we could then work our way up to other levels where other things begin at a very high level that are maybe some of the best. But if we can't bring ourselves up to that level, there's no way of reaching this for many people. It's been so many years that I've been waiting for the lower level to really, for things there to be in place, and I would say they are now. So it's very interesting. What we have is a full, complete system of lots of different things we can work all at once, or work some of them. It's an individual choice what to choose and how much to get involved with. All of it is not time consuming. All of these are short, and they provide a different experience and a different training and skill set, and it all becomes very wholesome, and we get a tremendous training and skill sets. So I think this is a long video, and I'll have to. So I'll probably be doing a video where I'm showing what I have to show. I'll probably have to show what I was talking about with the search on YouTube. Search for MMM-Pays USD. So I might want to show that, because there's people that, okay, they don't do it. I'll have to show it. All right, that's good for now.